Hey everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Well, the weeks are just going faster and faster and faster and faster. I was just down in Pensacola last weekend and it's Thursday. Almost the end of the week, almost the weekend again. Good gracious. I'm starting to get a little anxious as my time to go to Costa Rica gets closer because I'm like, okay, I need to start getting stuff done. I haven't bought my ticket yet. There's a number I haven't bought. I've got a couple of things I need to get before the trip. So yeah, time is slowly ticking away on me. Hey, got one of my new shirts this morning. I had bought one of these before, but large is just a little too big for me in this one, so I had to get a medium. So I wanted to start off this particular shirt, Vegan for Life. I've got a large here that I'm not doing anything with. Anybody that would wear a large, that large fits you, I tell you what, I'm going to give that away. The first person that sends me an email about it, and I'll be honest, I mean, I'm going to take the first person that sends it to me. Try to kind of keep it to if you can actually wear the shirt. But the only thing I'll ask is I'll send it to you for free, but you got to take a photo of yourself and send it back to me because I need to get more people in my shirt, and I would hope that you would share it a little bit. So my email address is always below. Write to me, tell me you want this Vegan for Life shirt, give me your address, and I'll send it to you. Anyhow, today I want to talk about the simple truth of a raw food diet. Oh my goodness, what is Jack going to talk about here? I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'm imploring you to hit that subscribe button now and come back and watch some of my content, especially now as I'm getting geared up for a trip to the tropics to show you some amazing fruit and some other stuff. And then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I'm going to do in this video just as kind of a response to stuff I see out there. I get questions from time to time. I see comments on other people's videos, on threads and things from time to time that I just think a lot of people are have the wrong thought patterns or are going in the wrong direction or approaching this whole thing in the wrong way. And a lot of that has to do with what you see out there, how you see this lifestyle presented on YouTube and in social media. Sometimes I don't resonate a lot with the methods of a lot of the other raw vegans, not because I necessarily have anything against the way they particularly eat, but just the thought process of it. Listen, there is no magic to this lifestyle. So many people want to make this some mystical, magical lifestyle, like once you start eating like this, no other rules apply and some sort of a strange alchemy takes over your body. And there's so much woo-woo science around the raw food diet out there. Even though I know I sound like I'm sending a mixed message sometimes. I believe 100% in a raw food diet. I'm rocking right now. Like, I'm so high raw. I mean, I ate some cooked food last weekend, but I'm eating very simple, pretty much mono mealing, and I feel the best of my life. But there are still simple rules that apply to this raw food lifestyle, and it's not some, your body doesn't have some special chemistry once you start eating like this. Although we are able to eat a lot more food, but that's not because of some sort of special chemistry in our body. We're able to eat so much more food because the kind of food we're eating now, the fruits and the vegetables, especially when we get into salads and stuff, are just not as calorically dense as what we used to eat. Used to, on the standard American diet, you could eat something this big and scarf down 800 calories before you know it. One of the biggest things is, and I get questions about this, about losing weight, losing fat, gaining weight, doing this, doing that. Calories count. Once again, if you don't like anything I have to say right here, I'm not like trying to be heavy-handed. I don't care. You eat how you want to eat. This is my belief, my understanding, and what I've seen through 6 years of experimenting with this on my body. Calories count. Calories in, calories out. Everybody kind of wants to adjust that. Everybody kind of wants to make it sound like that isn't so in this lifestyle. Well, just eat whatever you want to. When I start hearing this stuff like, well, your body will heal itself, your body will learn to absorb. When I hear like healing, absorbing, adrenals, thyroid, this and that and the other, I'm like, woo, 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 to the large extent. Calories in, calories out. Now, I'm not saying obsess about your calories. And let me say something about calories right here. I talk about calories because that is our general accepted measure of energy. That's what calories are, energy. I don't count calories. I guesstimate the volume of food I'm eating. I put a number on it, like I say, okay, I'm shooting for 3,000 calories. But more so than anything, I just know what volume of food it takes to sustain my weight, keep me healthy. I know how much you reduce just a little bit to lose, and I know if I want to bulk a little bit, add a little bit more. Now, when I say reduce, I'm not talking about restricting, but even just like recently, okay, I got a question. There's a good example. Somebody asked me a question about if they could eat banana and ice cream and lose weight. Well, that's a very relative question in and of itself. I eat ice cream every day. I eat ice cream every day, and I've actually focused on starting to lean out the last couple of weeks, and I've dropped weight. Yeah, I've dropped weight. I've cut a little bit. In fact, I got on the scale this morning and go, okay, you need to probably kick a few more bananas back up in there. But that's how I adjust. I don't make big swings. So I'm not talking about when you want to lose a little bit of weight, you restrict, or when you want to lose weight, you restrict. But there is still calories in, calories out. And I'm always kind of adjusting like 300 or 400 calorie blocks. Like, you know, like I say, I feel like, all right, you're starting to drop on the scale a little bit. Add a few bananas each day here and there. But calories count. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Once again, even though I'm not necessarily someone that promotes, doesn't mean I don't promote it, I'm just saying I'm not necessarily promoting 80-10-10 as the lifestyle, as the book is written by Dr. Doug Graham, although there's a lot of fantastic information in there. The point I'm getting at here is I try to stay around those simple ratios. I feel like that is a balanced ratio for me, 80-10-10. Now, once again, not fanatic year-round. I sometimes go higher on the fat, but I feel like when we're when we're eating high carbs, staying around 10% fat, maybe I shouldn't say maybe I have some sort of strange body chemistry, but when I'm in those ratios, I'm eating mostly fruit, I'm eating my mono meals, I feel my absolute best. That's the most honest evaluation I can ever give you in front of this camera is how I feel right now, how I feel today as compared to yesterday. I don't know, I guess I've gotten back more to like the high fruit, real high fruit, very little fat. And I would say over the last 6 or 8 weeks, about the last 6 weeks, I've felt the best that I've felt since I've been here in the States. And I'm kind of excited because I'm just looking to use this as a springboard. You know, it's not like I have to go back to the tropics and kind of clean up, get all the detox out. I'm just going to go to a next level. If I'm feeling this good here in Alabama with the fruit I'm getting, I'm thinking, oh my Lord, I might be levitating or flying or something when I get back down to Costa Rica. But I would just say do a simple, balanced version of this diet for the win. You've got to learn how to eat. I've talked about that before, learning how to eat. People might be, well, what do you mean by learning how to eat? Nobody learns how to eat. We've known how to eat since we were a baby. Well, so many people on this lifestyle, they see the gimmicky stuff. They see the never-ending juice feast and juice fast. They see only eating for 1 hour a day and eating one meal. And all these things that, to be honest, I don't think are sustainable. You might can do something for a week, 2 weeks, but they're not sustainable to 95% of the people out there. As unglamorous, as unsexy as it sounds, you're going to have to figure out a way of eating, just everyday eating, and I mean eating, not drinking, juicing, feasting, fasting, but eating that is going to work for you on a long-term basis. Because you're not going to juice, okay? Listen, let's don't get into the whole, and somebody always gives me some reference, well, you need to clean out before you, okay, let's get that out of the way. Let's say you do need to do some cleansing initially. Okay, after about the first month or two, boom, you need to learn how to eat. And you need to just start developing these habits and not make it something weird or make it something that's so strange. You know, I keep it basic. I eat fruit through the day. I eat a lot of fruit through the day. I add some greens in there through the day. Sometimes I throw in some healthy fat like chia seeds, hemp seeds. And then I eat my meals at night. Now, right now, I can't really say that applies. I've been on a kick for I don't know how long, where I've been eating banana and ice cream almost every night. I would say 75% of the nights I'm eating banana and ice cream. But yeah, like I say, I'm not going to ramble on and on because I was talking about the simple truth of this diet, so let's keep it simple. The simple truth is that you just need to find a good, solid way of eating. You don't need to do any of this gimmicky stuff. You don't need to restrict your food. But in my opinion, no, you can't just let the dogs out and eat whatever. Keep those ratios, 80-10-10, close to there, okay? Some people maybe have needs that they need to go a little bit higher. I've talked with some women before because of hormonal issues and whatever. I've known a few women very educated in this way of eating that have explained why they tend to eat a little bit higher fat, 15-20%. So, you know, I'm not like being rigid when I'm talking about a certain percentage, but we're talking about not blowing up past that. Like I was seeing somebody the other day as I was doing that, preparing for that video for fat, talking about they ate like 35% fat. And I'm like, not my thing, not my thing. Not going to get in there and debate with you about any of the keto or any of that kind of voodoo magic stuff, but no, not my thing. So if you'll just keep this simple, don't try to make something mystical and magical despite all the videos you see about that use the words like healing and adrenals and this and that, and you're not absorbing, and you know your body's going to magically change after you do this for a while. It's about learning this lifestyle, educating on this lifestyle, moving forward a little bit every day. And one last simple truth that I will leave you with here is, if you keep putting things back in your system, all this little, well, I'm taking baby steps, I have a cheat day, well, I'm doing this every once in a while. Every time you put these things back into your system, you're not moving forward. I was talking with a friend the other day, and we were talking, it's like, well, Jack, you've never done you don't do any of these juice fasts, these feastings, this special stuff. And I tend to be healthy all the time. I don't go this up and down. And I said, yeah, because I've just been doing it. I've been plodding away for 6 years. I've just been eating pretty damn clean for 6 years. And I'm happy. I'm happy with the results. I'm happy how I feel. I'm happy how my body feels at 54. Next month I'll be 54. I'll send y'all I'll post the address for where you can send my birthday gifts to. Just joking with you. But anyway, just learn, you know, just keep educating yourself, and but keep it simple. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Oh, and don't forget, somebody out there, send me an email, and I'll send you the shirt. Cool.